Alright, so what we have here is one of what I would call my beats. My name is Shiz808, by the way. This is my first video, my first beat video that I'm uploading. And basically what it is this is how my beats sound and everything. Alright, so what we have here is like my first sound, my grand piano. Just basically follow along. Yeah, but basically that's just what one of my beats sounds like. Now that you've heard it, I'm gonna go to the tutorial of the sounds. Stumbling a little bit, but here is the piano sound you hear. The first, the key strands. You see, the majority of those are black keys. You can see, I use black keys for that. Then I took and I copied and pasted that to the bell melody. You see, black keys. Then I took that and I put that, with the next one I put that with my brass. Your brass, that's the, what structured the whole beat for me, because it had a lot of sound behind it. See, the brass and the piano are kind of what made the beat, because you hear that the most, and it gave it a lot of its structure. And then this is where I transformed it and I made it this. See how the piano stands out? Yeah, that's what happens. And then here is my 808. Hence the name 808. But here's my 808, it's it took a long time for me to learn how to do that. Change my basses. It took a while, but I figured it out a long time ago. Here's my melody transformed. As you can see, what I've done is I've added more keys, and I've given it like a depth to it. And then I've given that. Then here you go, the brass. Yeah, the brass, you already know it has its power right there when you do it. There's a lot of energy behind that. I may seem like I'm rambling, but I just feel like, for anyone else to understand, I should break it down. Here's my crashes. You already know what those do. My snares, right there. The snares, you put them on. My claps. Then here, my cane bass. Sound you hear every so often. My name clip. My mastering, my mixer board with all my sounds. What you want to do? I took and put all my sounds one by one on the mixer. You want to make sure all your sounds don't override each other. We're going to have a really terrible sounding beat. It's going to sound a lot like bass and bullcrap, if you will. A lot of bullshit happening. But that's been like a quick little show of how I make beats. I'm gonna be doing a lot more videos and vlogs and a lot of other stuff. What you can do is you can go ahead and like subscribe to my page if you want. Honestly, if you don't, you don't. You do, you do. Just I hope you enjoyed this quick little schematic of what I did here. So.